Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Susan Svec. She is the queen of all natural soaps. Her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I don't give a lot of thought to the soap that I use every morning when I shower. I just grab something that's on sale or something that, a catchy name that I recognize. But there are harmful chemicals in a lot of those soaps. And so today we're talking about all natural soaps with Susan Svec. She's the queen of all natural soaps, and she heads up Susan's Soaps and More. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
All right, let's start at the beginning. So this journey for you started some 25 years ago?
Longer than that, actually. It was after my son was born, who's 31. So I started having real problems with eczema on my skin. And I went to a dermatologist, and that didn't get me anywhere. So I ended up actually purchasing a Aveda product that they said I could use on my skin. And actually, it was a cream rinse, actually, but they said I could use it to shave my legs with. And after using it for a while, I realized that patch of eczema had gone away. So this little light bulb went off, how important it is what you put on your skin. So I started researching at the public library. We had moved out to the country by that time. It was kind of before all the internet stuff was anywhere close to what it is today. And also, I had ordered a book that I'd seen in my Country Living magazine advertised, and it had these gorgeous soap pictures. And so I decided I wanted to try it. And then a friend talked me into selling some of my products at the local Little Mother's Day Out Christmas show. I think I sold $70 worth. The local health food store, I was just buying little jars of coconut oil and things from her back then. She asked if she could start selling my soap, and that's kind of how the ball started rolling.
That's incredible. We're going to pull up your website because you have many different soaps now. This has really grown into a soap empire. A lot of people, in your position would say, okay, well, I'll just shop for a more organic soap. It takes a special person to say, I'm going to make my own.
Well, I've always kind of been a DIY type of person, and we even make more than soap, is what's right there. Our lotion bars and body oils, because really taking care of your skin is a holistic endeavor. So there's obviously the cleansing, but another big part of it is the moisturizing. And I feel like the more natural you can be, our products, we use no animal fats in them, no artificial colorants, preservatives, or fragrances. So we use pure essential oils. And so you have the aromatherapy benefits of that as well. And then handmade soap is kind of its own special animal, if you will, because the glycerin stays in handmade soap. So glycerin is a humectant, which actually attracts moisture to your skin. So you mentioned the chemical part, but a lot of times people just have issues with commercial soap because it's too dry on their skin. And so if they use a handmade soap, that humectant, the glycerin, which is the humectant, helps attract moisture to your skin. I've had any number of people that have told me how they don't even have to use lotion after using my soaps because it's so much less drying to their skin. But I had a customer call me yesterday that placed an order. My lavender oatmeal soap is the only thing she's been able to find to use on her skin that doesn't irritate her. So it's stories like that just make my day, light me up. And that's part of, at 68 years old, doing this for 25 years, I still get excited because I love the idea that the product that I'm making with my hands are going to help other people feel better.
That's beautiful. Without naming the soaps that we're talking about, I think everybody has dry skin, and we're coming into the winter months, and that only exacerbates the problem. But when you're washing your hands with a traditional, soap that we can get at any grocery store,
Right.
What are the ingredients that is causing damage?
Well, part of it is, I think, synthetic fragrances cause problems, and you find synthetic fragrances in all kinds of things. Trash bags, even now, they, try to make them smell good. Because we run into a lot of people that say that they can't use even my products with essential oils because they have really bad fragrance allergies. And I feel like the preponderance of synthetic fragrances do that. A lot of times the artificial preservatives or any kind of synthetic thing, because anything you put on your skin goes through your whole system. Soap, maybe not quite so much because it's a wash-off product, but certainly any kind of moisturizer where it's being absorbed into your skin. I mean, they've done studies where they'll put something in the palm of somebody's hand, and days later or whatever, they can find traces of it in their urine. So when you think about that it travels all the way through your system, maybe you'll be a little more careful what you put on your skin.
Well, you've gotten a lot of media attention. I found you because the great David Johnson from KRLD featured you in his CEO Spotlight, and then I caught a nice piece on CBS 11. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Meet the maker at Go Texan Pavilion, and I am with Susan from Susan Soaps, and she's going to tell us all about the suds and the bubbles and the good stuff. But first, I want to know how you got into soap making.
After my son was born, I started having real issues with eczema. And I happened to use a natural product, and the eczema got better, and just this little light bulb went off.
You were telling me earlier, and I found this really fascinating, that there is a difference between small batch handmade soaps and mass-produced soaps.
Oh, totally. Handmade soap retains the glycerin in the soap that actually attracts moisture to your skin. Commercially produced soaps have to extract the glycerin because it'll be too sticky.
Actually more hydrating for you.
Right, definitely. We do body scrubs, I do face serum, we do lotion bars, I do solid shampoo bars, I do even a canine dog shampoo.
Lastly, I want to ask you about your partnership with Go Texan and what it means to be out at the fair.
The Go Texan program has provided all kinds of benefits, but the support that you get through other small businesses, it's amazing. It's a really great program.
Well, come on down to the fair, stop by because it smells wonderful at her booth. I don't know how you pick what scents you use, but you picked very good ones.
And you just wrapped up 24 days at the State Fair, and you've been doing that for now 21 years.
Yes.
You were telling me before the show that you had one of your best years ever.
Yes, we did. It was great. My son helped a lot. Well, my husband actually is there during the week. He's, somebody said, Jerry has the best job in the world. He gets to put oil on pretty ladies' hands all the time. But my son, as I mentioned, he's 31. The game plan hopefully works out. He wants to take over the business eventually. Wow. So he is been super helpful. He even actually helped me pour soap last night. Or Sunday night, I guess it was. I cut it yesterday.
Yes.
And he was there on the weekends. I feel like that helped a lot because can do all the things as far as dealing with customers, running credit cards, all that kind of stuff. And so we make a great team together. I feel very lucky to have him in my life.
Well, and I love that you're very hands-on. You're not just the owner, you're the soap maker. So you're actually in the kitchen or in your soap shop working on this. We've got a video, and I want you to narrate this because this to me looks like a wonderful cheesecake or something like that. It looks like you could eat it. Tell me what we're looking at.
It wouldn't taste like cheesecake. That is our Egyptian rose and sweet orange soap. And what the swirl is actually rose clay through there. That what you're looking at is actually what is a half block of soap. It's about roughly 90 bars, assuming every bar came out perfectly. We also have poured full blocks, which is 180 bars. So, and then I've pushed once it's basically, soap making is a process. So the oils get melted, it's mixed up with the lye, and then it has to sit for roughly at least close to 24 hours or 18 hours. And then the mold is taken off, and that grid cutter, which you can see kind of a little bit of the wires, goes all the way through to cut it into logs. And what I'm doing here is peeling off log by log, and then I will cut those logs into bars. Then the bars have to cure for another 4 weeks before they're ready. Yes. So that's why it's not like some makers are able to whip whatever their product is out pretty fast, but soap making, it's a process. So
well, and what struck me about that video is it's pretty. Like even when you cut into it, is there a lot of effort that goes into making sure that every bar looks aesthetically pleasing?
As far as the swirl, no, it's totally whatever happens. I mean, we through the years, I mean, when we pour the non colored part of I mean, we have 2 pots. If we're going to do a swirl, we have the main pot, and then we have a smaller pot that we put our rose clay, or actually I do a chocolate mint soap that actually has real melted chocolate in it to give it that color. And so it's kind of layered as we pour, alternating layers. And then literally I'm swirling through with a spatula or a skewer or something and it's totally random how it turns out. I can't really control that.
Susan, one of the things that impresses me about you, because we visited before the show, is you don't really want to get too big. Like if Walmart called you and said, hey, we want to put in a request for 20,000 boxes. You're not equipped to do it.
Correct.
But you don't want to be that big box store soap, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, there would be no way that we could do that in any kind of capacity of where we're at right now. And I guess one of the things I enjoy is having the one-to-one relationship with my customers. I have people that reach out to me by phone, by email. They come to the state fair to meet me in person. And yes, showing up for 24 days in a row from 10 to 7 with an hour drive each way back and forth, it's a bit of a push. But I genuinely enjoy meeting and seeing my customers that come. We're getting ready to do the Fort Worth Stock Show. Opens in January, and it's the same kind of thing. So if we were mass produced, I would lose that.
Yes.
Certainly wouldn't mind selling to a few more people, obviously. I mean, who doesn't want to grow at least a little bit? But no, I'm not sure really how I would maintain the same type of product that I'm able to offer my customers if we went to a whole different level.
What kind of compliments do you get from your customers?
This one really hit home when we were at the state fair this year. Somebody, after she had bought products, she was leaving. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do if you ever stop making your products, Susan, because your stuff is the only thing I use. So,
wow.
Or people that tell me, like the customer that called that placed the order for more lavender oatmeal soap because it's the only thing she's been able to use on her skin that hasn't irritated her skin. Or I have a customer that fell in love with our lavender sage body oil that said it's the only thing that got her through menopause. So those, yeah. And then I would run into her at the grocery store a couple times. She was thrilled to, stuff like that is what keeps them going.
Are you always kind of inventing in your mind? I mean, when you say lavender oatmeal, that sounds delicious. Are you always kind of tinkering and thinking about new products that you want to introduce?
Well, it is a lot of work to bring a new product out. And at this point, with as many soaps and products as I have, I'm not usually bringing new stuff out all the time because you've got to create it. Although I had a massage therapist who is one of our stockists, and she had requested a sugar scrub with turmeric in it 4 or 5 months ago. And so I had never worked with turmeric essential oil before, and I created a brand new sugar scrub, and I took it to the fair with us, and people love the scent. It's turmeric and sweet orange. It's great. And turmeric is very brightening for your skin, as is orange. I put a little bit of frankincense in it, and it turned out, So, and then I have my quintessential body oils right now, rose and sandalwood and jasmine, and I may add a few more scents to that. But in terms of creating, I stay pretty busy with just making the line that I've got, and then the different, keeping up with my people, newsletters and social media and all the things.
Love it. All right, Susan, we have about a minute left. So if there's somebody out there who's watching this who says, man, I need to try this, they go on your website. Is that how they order it, right?
Yes, that would be the best thing. Our website is susansoaps.com, and they can order directly online. We do ship. So obviously, if they have any problems navigating it, feel free to reach out to me. My website is on there. My email is on there. Phone number's on there, but the easiest, quickest thing is probably for them just to order directly online.
Outstanding. You've been an amazing guest. We're going to have you back. We're going to end with the website, which again is susansoaps.com. The great Susan Svec. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.